Should you prepare for a longer job search if you're on the job market right now or are thinking about looking for new opportunities in the near future? The answer right now, I think, is unfortunately yes. And we'll talk about why in this quick video. So, the dynamics of the job market have really flipped in the past year to 2 years. A year or 2 years ago, it was really a candidate led market. There were so many companies that were hiring, and there were only so many candidates to fill those opportunities. So, if you were a job seeker at that point in time, you likely had in an interview kind of process for yourself, you likely had multiple companies that may have been courting you. You likely had multiple opportunities that all seemed pretty good at surface level. And probably your biggest problem in many of those cases was picking which opportunity you felt like was the best situation for yourself. Now, on the flip side, because of what has happened in the past year, not only have many companies stopped hiring, but a lot of companies have also conducted significant layoffs, which has led to a significant amount of talent in the market, a really large quantity of talent that is now looking for new opportunities in the market. And so you have the layoffs, you have a kind of your standard individuals looking for new opportunities in general, just that part of the cycle. And there are a lot less companies hiring than there were previously for the kind of white collar type jobs. That's what we focus on at Proof of Talent. We work within the blockchain, crypto, and Web3 space. But I think this is true for really all of tech, finance, and those types of companies when you're looking at the type of hiring that's happening. And so you have less opportunities available and they are more competitive. So what is that doing for you as a potential job seeker? The interview process we've seen, and this is a little bit anecdotal and I think a little bit just seeing how things have happened from conversations with other individuals, the job search is taking longer for most people. What might have been a few week process, a month process for you as an individual might be taking 2, 3, 4, 5 months for some people. I've seen some incredibly talented individuals recently who have taken a really long time to find a new opportunity in comparison to what it would have taken them in the past. And so my advice there is if you're currently in this situation right now, don't get discouraged because you are certainly not the only one. It's not a fun situation. It's not something that I'm happy to see in any way, shape, or form. But I think just to try not to get discouraged as much as possible because it's happening across the board to really talented individuals out there. So you are not the only one. Don't get discouraged. In addition to that, I think if you are thinking about joining the job market or thinking about exploring your options, I would just say to prepare yourself for a longer search. 2 years ago, it might have taken you a month to find a new opportunity and maybe you had multiple offers. Now, again, that process could take 2, 3, 4 months. So try and just have an open mind a little bit on that front and be aware that things might be moving a little bit slower than they did in the past. And lastly, one of the things that I think is interesting and we're starting to see here or there is that compensation for higher paid individuals, mid to senior level individual contributors, management, VP level, compensation is either normalized and hasn't really moved up at all in the past year or two, or in some cases has even come down a little bit because companies kind of feel like they're in this advantageous position to try to get talent on a bargain. And I don't necessarily agree with that type of tactic. I kind of think that you should just pay people what they're worth and what they're looking for, and you'll have much happier employers that way, or employees that way. But I think we're starting to see compensation either normalize or even come down for certain individuals. Some data was released today that actually showed that for individuals above $125,000, wages have come down for the past there's been negative wage growth for the past 2 months in a row, which is not the case for the wages below 125. But if you are in that place where you're a mid to senior level professional, earning a high salary, high compensation, it's one thing to think about, because I think that is also one of the reasons that is slowing down or extending the job search for yourself, because many people are looking for opportunities in which they were paid a high amount in the past year, 2, 3, 5 years, whatever it is, and they're just not seeing that level of compensation. So it's drawing out the job search more so than it would have otherwise. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you are looking for a new opportunity within the crypto, blockchain, or Web3 space, feel free to reach out to us at Proof of Talent. And if you happen to be hiring, feel free to hit me up. Happy to help you out as well. Thanks so much.